Alright, so I'm just going to throw this into the beginning of the video. It's about 11:25 p.m. and all the parts of the video do take place at Cougar Creek Park. It also involves a lot of descriptions of how I'm going to run the videos. If I do it on a daily basis, I'm not really changing much of anything, except I will be doing things through, like, if I do a daily video journal, it's going to be doing with like bullet points. Um, there is some walking parts in there, some walking and talking at the same time. Also, after I busted my ass, um, I decided when I went back to get the camera, I kind of walked through the areas where I walked through, but I came in at a different point. But yeah, so I did kind of show the rocks where I slipped. The busting my ass ain't on the video. I wasn't recording at the time. But there'll also be the only animals I included. There was a lot of animal action going on. The only animals that I did include was the ones that I saw when I was walking back to get the camera, which was 2 deer. But I did include some of the rapids and the creek and all that. So yeah, overall, if I had to say my feeling right now, satisfied. So I started the day off calm. Uh, Ended up getting frustrated in the middle before I went up there, which there's a little bit behind that in the video. And then ended up satisfied because I do think it turned out pretty well. Pretty much most of my trips when I get out are good. Um, so yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. And then from here, in the next portion it'll be all outside in the daytime. I did talk to my girlfriend, so that was good. She sounded very down, which is understandable. I mean, she's been going in and out of two different places. Not in. She went in one place, was there for a little bit, and then got transferred from there to the place she's in now. So I just hope she gets it right, so she doesn't have to keep going through this. And I still feel that she's in a wrong place, but that'll be another video. I mean, yes, she's in a rehab, but she should be in a mental health place right now. Not a permanent, but just to get some things straightened out so that way she gets out. Gonna cut it short because I want to get right into the main video so that way you can, just watch it. But overall, I do think it came out good. I'm satisfied. If anybody does watch this and they do want to start seeing the sightings that I get on video, I would be more than welcome to somehow get them in there. If there's not a lot, I can put them in the beginning or the end or whatever, or both. If there is a lot, I can also run a picture-in-picture as, I'm talking. So once you all start, if these videos start getting seen, I do have a nature page. At some point I will link, to my nature page and channel. So with that said, I will cut it there because it's at 3 minutes 25 seconds. So I'll cut it off there, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace. All right, so it's Saturday, June 24th, 2023, and I'm about to set up my camera with my tripod. I'm gonna set it up down that way, but after a little bit, I may end up just shifting it into here and try to pick up like some cats and stuff. Deer come in here. As you see, it's a little colony, and they have them throughout the park. And but this is a nice area that I can actually sit by my car, or I can go over to the picnic tables, which I intend on doing while the camera's recording. But I'm gonna set it up near a little creek and do some recording of the creek, and hopefully get some ducks or heron or something going by, and just kind of go from there. They are calling for possible thunderstorms, which actually would be pretty cool because I love being able to get video, footage out in the storms and all. Just gotta remember where to go down at. Shit. But yeah, so after I set up, I'll show you where it's at, and we'll go from there. Okay, so the camera's set up, but yes, I took a spill on some rocks and kind of got my wrist and my elbow. You know what? It's alright. It's too slippery, and I decided to take a different route back up. And next thing you know, I went down. And ain't the first time, ain't gonna be the last time. Although I think that's the first time I got cut, but it'll heal. So, anyways, so the camera's set up. Forgot to check the time, so I know at least if I go back, say I get an hour and a half. I did see a deer down there. I'm not sure if the camera is gonna pick it up because I set the camera up, the zoom at 1.5, it goes up to 3, and so it gets things up close but also semi-far, because I'm not gonna pick stuff up far anyway. So, but actually where I'm gonna go in a minute to set up and do what I'm about to, you know, what more of this video is gonna be about, is gonna be over in that way. I'm gonna sit at those picnic tables. But it's hot as hell out here. It says it's only 78, but it's like humid. So, but anyways, I'm gonna check the time so I know what time roughly to go grab the camera if I want to switch it back over to there. Just kind of shift it up. I may not, or I may, I don't know, it all depends. But anyways, I'm gonna have a smoke real quick, cool off in the car with the air on, and then I'm gonna hit the bench over there, and then we'll get this rolling on what I want to do. All right, so before we get started, I'm gonna show you what's gonna be behind me. I'm gonna click it to the other view in a minute, so that way you can see the little rapids going through. I could have, I guess, actually set it up here, but if I had a better setup, I would definitely sit right by there, so that way it'd have, you know, the soothing sound of the water behind me, you know, within the video. But this is pretty much my setup. This is a little cheap chair that I bought, and given the fact that because of the rain, it's gonna be wet, so I figure I'll just sit on that for now. Just use the smaller end of the picnic table, and got my water, and we're gonna do this, okay? So here we go. All right, so actually I had to switch to the bench. What I did was I put the book bag slash backpack underneath me. The camera angle wasn't the greatest, so I actually I just worked with it. But anyways, what I'm planning on doing with this is I was looking up how to do like journals, and I decided that I saw one style that I like. Now I don't know if anybody's done a video style this way, but now I'm recording off of my iPad. But yeah, you know, I completed 1 week of the class, and it's given me many different ideas of things to run with. We did take our the first, well, actually the first test that means something. It was, you know, a recap of the first week. I don't think we find out till after everything's done, like where we stand. But yeah, so it's the first of 3 tests. The second test will be, I think it's next Thursday, and it'll be the recap of the second week. And the third test is the state test. That one you do online, and each test was in class is 30 questions each. They're worth 30 points each, and obviously you get a maximum of 60 points. You need 70 points to pass the class, which even if you get like half wrong on each test, you can still pretty much pass as long as you participate, do the homework, and do the everything you need to do. And I think mostly everything else is worth 10 points each. And attendance, which at my last job that I had, I missed what I called out one day in a year and a half. That was only because of my car. Um, so yeah, like I said, I started doing this with like a question type thing, a get to know me, and I still might run with that. But as far as like doing a daily thing or however I do it, I think doing it a bullet point way will be. I'm watching a spider as he's going down. I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, you can a little bit. He's attached to my finger. Um, uh, but yeah, so I'm learning like all kinds of different stuff, and I'm gonna get to a cheat uh, sheets in kind of like a little bit when I go through like what my goals are. So basically, I started out the day. I woke up a little bit later. I set my alarm for 8 o'clock, but I've been drinking a lot of water over the last week, and my body's not used to it because I don't normally drink water. But at the same time, to be honest, I haven't had much money to get stuff up there. So it's pretty much water. And the first day, I think I drank as a total, not just up there, but as a whole, I think I drank like 6 to 7 bottles of water. So again, I've been in and out, like, paying a water bill, so to speak. That's my way of defining it, but more frequently than I normally do. So that's definitely a good thing because at least I'm getting the fluids in me, and hopefully I do know that I've been known to be dehydrated. At least doctors have told me that, and I can pretty much see it because again I don't drink much water at all. Um, but I would have to say that. Uh, but yeah, so I ended up waking up at I think it was like 10:15. But anyways, where I was going with the other part is that I woke up maybe an hour and a half before I was supposed to wake up. And that's probably why I kept hitting snooze and just didn't realize that the alarm was going off. So I didn't really hear it today. But yeah, so that calm feeling basically turned into kind of frustration. It's kind of like one of those things where you can do 10 things, say, around the house, but if you don't do the one thing that they want you to do, they'll get pissed off at you, and then they just like literally stop talking to you. It's ridiculous, and it's it is what it is, and that's what my goal is to start doing with these things, is to try to start releasing things. And one of my goals is that I want to start or continue with my RAP plan, which is Wellness Recovery Action Plan. And it's kind of what my plan is that see if it's on there. Like I said, I have the bullet points down here so that way I don't mess it up. Thought I had it on there, but anyways, so yeah, I slept a little later. Did a few dishes, vacuumed the floor downstairs, completely. My goals for this weekend, as of right now, is, I mean, they could get added. There could be some that get added, but I want to finish up my resume. My resume is basically done. I've done it before I had my last job, but at the same time, I have to add my last job. So, I mean, it's pretty much done. So I just gotta add that, and a good description of what I did while I was there, because it'll definitely help me, when I pursue, becoming a CPS. Um, then, oh, here it is. I want to start my rap plan. I did one in class, but at the same time, I don't know if that's a splinter or if that's from falling, but I don't know what the hell it is. But anyways, it's like burning. But drop the cap. So yeah, I want to try to keep these as natural as possible too. So at least you're pretty much here with me for the duration of at least this part. Um, so yeah, in class that was the second and third day was the beginning and how to do our rap plan, which again is wellness recovery action plan, and it started giving me ideas as I started thinking of things to come up with my own. Start rewriting it. I mean, most of it's done, so I just copied it onto a notebook. But I was trying to figure out the easiest way to do it on the notebook, and I'm gonna come up with a way. I mean, I'm hoping that people. My goal with doing these is to try to, you know, um, help people, along. And, with a rap plan, basically, we can't, another person can't do it for you. You have to be able to do it for yourself, because only you know what works for you and what doesn't. And, coming up with the toolbox and everything. I mean, obviously, a lot of mine's going to revolve around nature and stuff. Um, So yeah, so I want to. I mean, depending on how long it is, that's going to be a separate video from this. But I want to try to have it at least on here by Monday, maybe no later than Tuesday. But if it gets to the point where it's real long, then I would probably maybe break it down into two parts, and then maybe upload one day, and then or doing both same day. Just you know, but So, anyways, also I want to start getting back into my video gaming. Not like hardcore like I used to be. Basically, before my daughter was born, I was pretty much a hardcore gamer. Mostly sports games. I do play shooter game, first-person shooter games. But after my daughter was born, I kind of slowed off. And then when I became a single parent, I slowed off a lot more. And then once I started doing my thing out here, and kind of following my passion for nature, it was kind of like I stopped doing the whole gaming stuff, and I need to add more um, things into my go-to things. And when I play video games, I'm all about creating stuff. And in Super Mega Baseball 3, which eventually I will get 4, but gotta get a job and everything. I got other things to take care of before that. Um, I plan on, I love being able to create, so I'm just creating all kinds of random teams. A lot of them revolve around the Atlantic Baseball League. It was a baseball league where the Camden River Sharks and Atlantic City Surf used to be in. So I just kind of taking just the names. I'm not taking like and putting the city on there, but I already have a few of the teams on there, and I think I have 5 more teams. So there's going to be like 10 teams in each division. 10 of the teams are going to be directly that were in the game, and then my division, the one division where my team's going to play in, is going to be its own division. And they're stopping, so there must be something in the creek. Oh, and I did see some ducks fly out of there, so I'm hoping they went by the camera as it was set up. Uh, so yeah, that's definitely another thing. I want to try to get that done tonight so I can get it started as soon as possible. I'm gonna make them short seasons. There's 10 teams. It's 9 teams you play, and I guess in your division. So I'm just gonna make it 18-game season, and then just gradually start working its way up. Just kind of go from there. Um, Now to the cheat sheets. When I was doing the test, uh, I realized that I mean, I pretty much was going through it pretty quick, but there were some questions, you know, kind of in the middle, a little bit at the end. The ones at the end seemed easier than the ones in the middle. But what I'm gonna do is, even with the ones that I do know, like with each different thing, I'm gonna write down the key things for each one and kind of give the description of what they mean within that. Like with the wellness recovery action plan, there's like hope and, you know, different stuff in there. So what I'll do is I'll write down the key words like hope and then what it says next to it and what it means with the plan and all that. So that way I kind of have it to where, and I'll do it this week. I didn't do it last week, so I'm going to try to start it this weekend and kind of get it done before Monday, so that way I can just start fresh on Monday and start, you know, jotting down what we go over on Monday. And then do it each week, so that way, you know, I'm definitely more prepared because I'm, you know, pretty much, I get too far into my head. So the whole way home when I was driving yesterday, I was kind of kicking myself and, you know, I automatically go to, wow, I didn't do good, you know, but I don't know for sure, but I know I probably got more than 15 right. So at least, and they said that, you know, you can get 15 out of, you know, at least half of them right, you'll be pretty solid. So what my goal is this coming week is, you know, to start doing that too and start jotting down. So that way, even with the state test, which is, you know, online, they have a camera, you're not even allowed to look a different direction. So what my goal is to do that so that way I'm well prepared. And I want to try to take it almost ASAP after the classes are done. It's just a matter of, I think what my peer said is that, or my CPS said, is that you have to download some kind of program into a computer and then you take the test through there. But for someone who procrastinates pretty much a lot, and that's one of the things that I gotta stop doing. That's one of my biggest flaws because that's why I get so backed up on things, and then you just kind of be so overwhelmed that you just don't feel like doing anything. And I need to stop doing that because it ends up backfiring on you, and you know, it just, you become too overwhelmed. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna probably hang out around here till, I don't know what time it is, because I pretty much covered everything on there. Um, 6 o'clock now, so I'll probably hang out here for maybe another hour and a half. Saw the cats over at the spot over there. I wish I had another operating tripod. After this, maybe I might go try to see if I can fix one of them because I want to record over there and get at least the cats and all. And, you know, that way I'm not just recording in one spot. But yeah, so I'm going to keep. Hey, sorry, somebody was going by playing music, so they don't think twice about nailing me with copyright strikes. So I figured I'd cut it off there. But another thing I don't want to get, like, that's kind of why I'm logging everything on my phone. I just jot it down as it pops into my head so that I can kind of do a video pretty much all at once. Or I mean, I may do some as I go, but I don't want to get into a way that I'm constantly doing this too, because, you know, when I do become a CPS, I don't want to be overhauling my stuff, like my mind, with, you know, doing a journal outside of work and then, you know, focus on, you know, people within work. And, you know, I just kind of want to, you know, sometimes, like, even with doing stuff like this, even with my nature, doing my nature videos, it's kind of like, you don't want it to feel like it's a job, because when it starts to feel like a job, then you kind of, whoa, whoa. Use the cap again, fuck it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, trying to get it out of the sunlight. I was hoping it would go, but all right. So the one way to fix that is you just switch sides. But yeah, I found sometimes when you go like overboard with doing, like, again with my nature videos, it tends to sometimes feel like it's not your hobby no more, and it feels like it becomes more of a job, and you don't want it to get like that because eventually you will get burned out quick. I've found that out, um, where I would actually have to take, you know, some time away and kind of take a step back. But one of my biggest other problems is a lot of times why I stop is I just get too far into my head and I start overthinking things. And I think with the class, I do find myself trying to over focus because I always had comprehension problems when I was growing up. And I find myself getting kind of like anxiety, a lot of anxiety. And even like when we do the one on one, I think because I'm over focusing, like we'll pair into like, you know, groups of twos. Um, I'll find myself, I guess, overthinking it, and then it kind of just doesn't come out right with the way that I'm doing it. But the girl that I'm usually paired off with, she's pretty understanding. But at the same time, again, I think it's more me than, you know. But I know that the problem's there, and I know my limitations of how I process things, how I learn things, and, you know, kind of from there. So even like with this, that's why I do, you know, bullet points and stuff like that. So that way I try to keep everything at least in some kind of a structure, and just kind of go from there. Um, this trip, I don't know if I'm going to be walking. Again, I might try after here. I might go in the car, which is right over there, and maybe try to fix the, at least if I can get it just to work a little, so it at least holds the iPad up. Maybe I will record the, you know, the kitty cats, and you know, just kind of go from there. I know the sun's in my eyes now, but it's better than glaring off the camera. And then this, I went to clean it because I sent a picture to my daughter, and she's like, "You better clean that now." And I'm like, so I had to. Anyways, I went to the bathrooms and they didn't have no soap, so I cleaned it the best I could. Uh, so yeah, um, but I don't know. I mean, I think that's pretty much it right now. I'm sure there's other things I could bring up, but at the same time, I really wish that the skies would open up and it would start like downpouring, or we'd get thunderstorms or something. Makes the video, my nature videos, even that much more better because you get that, the rain falling and everything else, and you know, it becomes incredible. I know I said earlier that I was I was thinking about switching a camera and or shifting it from back there to up here, but I think maybe I'll just come up here tomorrow. I don't know, or you know, one other day during the week and just record up in this spot and see how it goes. Because sometimes I'm always afraid I'm gonna miss something, so I always try to leave it in the same spot. That way, you know, you get the full maximum that I possibly can get. Even though if I leave early, if I leave at like 7:30, you still got like another hour of daylight. Um, so yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I think for now. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna start, you know, working on the rap plan. At least get an idea. And just kind of go from there. And like I said, that's going to be its own video or videos, depending on how long. Again, I'm going to try to keep videos between 30 to 45 minutes, I guess. If I did anything more, I might as well just make them live. But yeah, so I mean, I think that's pretty much it. Um, Again, if I think of anything else, I'll just add it and I'll either bring it up on the next video, whether it's tomorrow or whenever. I do want to try to keep it. It's hard to do a daily video, but at the same time, even if I just post like how I'm feeling, or you know, because what my goal is to again try to make a difference, but at the same time, uh, you know, there's gonna be a lot of good talk, a lot of bad, you know, brought up. a lot of stuff in between. So, you know, it's kind of as it goes. I don't try to set goals too far in advance, because whenever I do that, it don't happen. So I kind of live in the moment and live my life second to second, and just kind of roll from there. And we all know our limitations. We all know, like, how we could better our lives. That's why, when we do a rap plan, it's, we have to be the ones that decide what we add to it and how we go about it, because what will work for me isn't going to work for other people. Just like what will work for you won't work for me. So everybody has their nicks that, I don't know if that's the right word, but everybody has their own ways of coping with things and the things that work for them. So with that, I'm going to cut it off there. Okay, so I'm not sure if he's going to cook it up, but I do have it set up. I was able to rig it to where it should be fine. I'm going to let it be cool for, I guess, about an hour. It's now 6:30. We got a little Robin. Over there. Alright, so I'm going to show you the spot where I went down at. Hopefully. I think I'm going in the right spot. Shit. Oh. That was a nice surprise. I don't even know if I went down the right. No, I'm not even. Should have came up this way. There's my. There it is. Ooh, look at this. So now we're just gonna go straight through. Hopefully the other guy's over here. Yeah, now we're getting to the rocks. Yeah, it was on one of these. It was actually right in this area. Watch me do it again. It was somewhere up in this area. Like I said, my balance is not the good. Alright, so we're just gonna grab the camera now and set it up. Shit. Oh, the view looked like it came out really nice. I'll check it real quick when we get back to the car. A lot of deer over this way though. That's solid. Sorry if the camera's jiggling around. Now let's not bust our ass. I'll look for an easier way this time. Just gonna go. Nah, we're just gonna go up this way, but we're not gonna do it stupid. There we go. Now we're home free. Of course, with me, nothing's ever home free. Spider webs. Another one. Now we gotta remake it. Now we're home free. Spider webs attached to me. So yeah, I'm gonna check this in the car real quick. See how it made out.